Hello and welcome to another edition of NFL 2021 picks. So let's just get right into it, okay? The first game is the Denver Broncos versus Cleveland Browns. Now, here's the thing about this game. Baker Mayfield is beat up. I think he has a torn labrum, which could be a challenge to play. I don't know if he'll play. Um, Cleveland's 2-point favorites at home. They're without their two running backs. Denver's 2-1 away. Bridgewater's pretty decent, except he's been turning it over recently. I don't know if the Browns can win, and here's what I'm gonna say. I am gonna go with Denver, and here's why. The two running backs out, that could hurt. Mayfield battling his injury, whether he plays or not, he's gonna struggle, I believe. He hasn't looked very good this season overall. He's looked okay, but not great. And I think possibly Denver could shock him, and I'm going to go with Denver. And I don't know how much of a shock it really would be if they were to pull off the win on the road. So I'm going to go with Denver. Am I going to be right? We'll see. The next game, Green Bay hosting Washington football team. Now, Washington defense was supposed to be very good. The pass rush, they haven't really looked very good. Their defense has not looked very good. Their offense is, well, Fitzpatrick's been hurt. Heineke's been okay, but they're not great. They got decent receivers in McLaurin, and then their running backs are okay. But I think they're going up against Green Bay, and I don't see how they're going to beat Green Bay. So I'm going to go with Green Bay at home against Washington football team because I just don't think Washington's defense will be able to make it tough on Rodgers or Aaron Jones or whatever, you know? The next game, Kansas City Chiefs and Tennessee Titans. Now, Tennessee's hosting, right? Kansas City's 5.5-point favorites. However, Kansas City's defense is one of the worst I've seen in a while. You got Derrick Henry. I don't know how they're going to be able to stop Derrick Henry. I don't know if Tennessee's defense is all that great. They're good, but not great. Kansas City's defense is bad. Now you still got Mahomes, who has not looked as good. He has struggled. You got Tyreek Hill still. You got most of the offensive weapons except the running back. But I'm gonna go with Tennessee at home to beat Kansas City. I don't know if they'll be able to stop Derrick Henry. I don't think so. The next game, New England and the Jets. I'm going to go with New England to win against the Jets. It might be closer than a lot of you think. New England's only a touchdown favorite. And I think maybe that's because the Jets have looked like they could improve soon. Zach Wilson, I don't know. But I think the Jets won't win and New England will win. The next game, Carolina versus the Giants. Now, I'm going to go with Carolina to win. The Giants just do not look good at all. They beat that one team. You thought, oh, they're going to be turned around. No, they have not. Daniel Jones has looked like his old self, turning over all the time. They got no running back really. Their receivers are hurt, and I just think they're not very good. So I'm going with Carolina to win. The next game, Cincinnati and Baltimore. Now this could be a tough one, because I am going with Baltimore to win. Now I like Cincinnati right now, they're good. But I just think Baltimore's too much Lamar Jackson, it's going to be a good game, but I think Lamar Jackson will be too much for Cincinnati to handle, at least right now. The next game, Philadelphia and Vegas. I'm going to go with the Eagles to actually win this game. The Eagles will beat the Raiders. The next game, the Rams versus the Lions. The Rams will win. I don't see the Lions winning this game. And the Lions just aren't very good. They've had some close losses, heartbreaking losses, but they're not going to get a win against the Rams. The next game, Houston and Arizona. Arizona right now is playing like they're one of the best teams in the NFL. They're playing against Houston, and Houston got beat down by Indianapolis or whatever recently last week. So Arizona should easily win, and I think they will. The next game, Tampa and Chicago. I'm going with Tampa to win. Chicago's gonna be okay soon, maybe with their quarterback, but right now they're not. They're kind of like mediocre. And I mean, Tampa's defense isn't that great, but they're still good enough, and they'll win because you got Tom Brady, right? That's enough said. The next game is the Sunday night game, which is Indianapolis versus the 49ers. Now, I don't know what's going on with the 49ers injury-wise. I think I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts to beat 49ers because I don't know if Jimmy G will be playing or not, and they're injured. And the Colts are starting to look a little bit better. So I'm going to go with Indianapolis to beat the 49ers. And now here we go with the final game of this week. Week 7 is the Monday night game. New Orleans traveling to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Now, Seattle looked and was a surprise close game with Geno Smith against Pittsburgh. They didn't look very good most of the game against Pittsburgh, but then they got some rhythm going. They made it close, but of course Geno did what he always seems to do and turn it over. Now, New Orleans coming off a bye. I'm going to pick New Orleans to win. I don't think Seattle's good enough. Seattle just isn't very good without their injury. No Russell Wilson. You're out with Chris Carson now. Yeah, they're getting Rashad Penny back, I think, but he's not even very good. So, and you got Metcalf is good. Lockett's been struggling. He's hurt. He's playing, but he hasn't been doing very good recently. And the whole team, their defense isn't very good. They're going to have to deal with Kamara. And I just don't see Seattle winning this game. They could, but I just don't see it happening. So I'm going with New Orleans on the road to beat the Seahawks. So there you have it, folks. Week 8 or 7 of the NFL. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys liking, and I hope to see you guys next time for week 8 of the NFL. See you guys later.